Hello, my name is Anne and welcome to a Tobyknits Quilty Fun episode 31. If you are new to my channel, then welcome. I talk about quilting on Fridays. It's my new passion, as you will find out. Mondays is all about the knitting and Wednesdays is cross stitch. So today, it's probably going to be a good idea for you to go grab a cup of tea and have a sit down while you watch this. And one thing I will ask you to do when you finish watching, because watch all the way through, is tell your mates. Let's get this channel boogieing up to 1,000 subscribers. Anyway, okay, so let's get started. My voice is going to go in and out because, as you know, I've been terrible sick and I finally got over it, I think. And now it's allergy season. Gotta love living in Canada. I'm just outside Ottawa, Ontario, and I've been here for about 40 years, originally from England. And married a Canadian, got me 2 lovely lads and a stepdaughter, and now a bunch of babies. So anyway, that's the backstory. So I have managed to finish something this week. I did finish the top for the Beautiful Day mystery block of the month that I did with Coriota of Coriander Quilts. It's a beautiful quilt and it's huge. Biggest quilt I have ever made. I am not going to quilt this myself. It's going to a long armor. And I can't even hold it up and show you because it would take 2 of us to hold it. So here's a picture of it on our spare bed. So you can see how big it is. I ended up putting a red border all the way around instead of a gray that was called for in the pattern because I really wanted the reds in it to pop. Because I thought it was just very, I don't know, reddish. I feel like it's like a Christmassy quilt almost, even though the fabric I used was Beautiful Day by Coriander Quilts. Anyway, it's a really lovely quilt. I love it. So now I have to wait to order the background. Not the background. Why do I always call it that? Can somebody please tell me why do I call it that? Because I know perfectly well it's not the background. No, it's the backing fabric to make the back of the quilt. When you sandwich it in between that other fluffy stuff that I can't think of the name right now. Oh dear. Batting. Yeah, I knew that's what it was. I was just testing you. I wanted to see how many of you were yelling it out. So anyway, I have to wait for that before I can send it off to the long armor. So what else did I do this week? So I finished, because I showed you last week, the fabric for the designer mystery block of the month. There's a bit of a trend going on here. Have you noticed that? Block of the month. Which is with Fat Quarter Shop. It's a beautiful fabric. It's Nantucket Summer. And I love it. And so this is the block that was finally finished. I'm not 100% happy with it. It seems to be puckering in a few places. I'm not sure why that is. See there, it's puckering. I really don't know why it's doing that. Does anybody know why it puckers? Did I pull it too tight? I don't know. But anyway, I love it. And of course, I made this huge error because we're learning all the time. So this is what we need to do. We need to make errors to learn. So I made the green ones first. And I used my my see-through 1/4-inch foot that came with my sewing machine. But I'm not always sure it's giving me a proper 1/4 of an inch. So I have ordered from the Fat Quarter Shop seam tape, 1/4-inch seam tape that you put across your sewing machine. And it also helps you when you're doing corners. You know what I mean? Snowballs, sometimes they call them flipping something? No. flip and stitch, something like that. Anyway, you know what I mean. So it's supposed to help with them too. So I thought I'll try them. Anyway, so because it's not got here yet, I thought I'll get washi tape. I'll just put some washi tape down. That's going to do it. Well, it did make a bit of a difference because it made the blue blocks a tad bigger. Anyway, I had to make it work because I'd already done them. I shouldn't have done that. I should not. Don't even do that. If you don't half a block one way and half a block another, do it all the same way. Learn from my mistake. So here is this one. And if you didn't remember, this was last month's. And I have started, you will have noticed, starching all my fabric. My good friend Bonnie told me all about the benefits of starching. And I've never really I've used a bit of Mary Ellen's Best Press now and again, but I've never fully starched anything before until I did these blocks. So I think they've come out quite nice. I do quite like this. And there is supposed to be a little border around each of the blocks that I didn't realize because it's part of the finishing instructions. And I haven't cut all the finishing because there's 2 or 3 blocks in that we have to make, which I haven't made yet. So when I cut all that fabric up, and there was a lot of it, I am going to put the borders around, and maybe that'll make me feel more comfortable with the way that looks, and it might even it out a bit. I don't know. Anyway, I normally drink tea all the time because I hate coffee, but I've started to drink lemonade, and it's like, Okay, so next to tell you about is Cotton Cuts block of the month. Well, actually, it's not really a block of the month. Well, it is. It's a mystery. And every month they send us pieces of fabric already cut. Already cut. Oh. So all you have to do is put them together. And you put them together in such a way it doesn't really resemble a block. But at the very end of the 10-month program, on month 10, they send you all the borders and binding and everything and the pattern to put the whole thing together to make the quilt. And you'll be so surprised at what it looks like when it's finished. They are amazing. Anyway, this one is called, it just started. This is block 2 I'm going to show you. And it's called Piazza. Now you can still get in on this. And I am an affiliate with Cotton Cuts, an ambassador, they call them. Ooh, I'm an ambassador. And so you can use my code Piazza, and you'll get a gift with your first block. Now, it has already started, so there's not a lot of colors left, but they have tons to pick and choose from. And you can, I believe the way it works is if you sign up, they will send you the first 2 or however many it is that we're already on, so that you get them both at the same time. So the one I am doing is called a Valet, and oh, I love it. Look at this. So this is clue 2, and we had to make 2 of them. So all these little triangles come all cut for you, so you literally just sew them together and make this gorgeous block. And this fabric is so nice. It's shimmery and shiny. And on the back, there's no metallic. So I can easily tell which is the right side and which is the wrong side of this fabric. And these are little seahorses on this one. And this one is like a net, I think. And this looks like seaweed. We have turtles and shells. I just love it. Anyway, I do a video which will come out tomorrow where I actually sew the whole thing together. Now, heads up, bit of a warning. My sewing machine was playing up. And what else happened? Something else happened. Sewing machine played up. I coughed a lot. So there's a lot of editing ended up being done. A lot. But it is what it is. And I hate the camera that I was using, and I'm definitely switching next time to a different camera. So just gave you a heads up on that. Finally, I am super excited to tell you about this new block of the month that I'm doing. All my other quilts that I've got on the go, all have seemed to have been shoved to the side while I'm doing all these blocks of the month. Me thinking, oh, it's not going to take me long to do one of them. It's only a day. But of course, they're all just starting. So there's a lot of cutting involved. Once it's all cut, I'll be fine. And this one is, my friend Brenda told me about this. And the whole idea I fell in love with. So it's called Flash Fiction Mystery Quilt. And what it is every month you get a block to sew, a chapter of a story that the quilt block is connected to, and a bunch of puzzles that you can win prizes for if you guess. And let me tell you, these puzzles are the most fun. And definitely use the old brain matter to get them going. But I love this. It's really nice. They have a fabulous website. I'll leave a link below to their website. Oh, and if you sign up now, I think it's before, what day is it? Before September 12th? I'll tell you all the details below. If you sign up before then, you'll get 50 cents off the monthly fee, which is $7 a month. And if you want to pay for the whole year instead, which is $69, I think you get $5 off. But that's the whole rest of the year that will last. So there's no rush. You still got plenty of time to think about it. But it's an absolutely amazing website. And it's almost like a course where you go through each of the steps, and there's lots of hand holding. They have a private Facebook group where we can all chit chat and share. And I think I might do the odd video putting together a block just to, you know, show you how easy it is and how much fun it is. And they also have, what's the other thing that they're doing? Oh, and there's also recipes. Yes. The book is called Around the Kitchen Table. And it's all about this table that actually is a real table that she has in her house, the author. And one of the things that she gave us was a swatch card so that we could put our fabric on. Let me just show you the fabric that I'm using. I just starched it all today and I've just ironed it. I'm ready to cut. This is one of them. So we had to pick a deep red. Oh, sorry, I sneezed. Oh, I sneezed again. And then there's this one, because this kind of reminds me of a farmhouse, right? With all the fruit. These are fat quarters. This is a gray, little polka dots. Then I got this gorgeous Baltic and green. They tell you what colors you need and how much you need to get. And then I love that. I've had this fabric for so long, and most of this fabric came from my stash, by the way, so I didn't have to buy a lot. But I've had this fabric for so long and loved it and didn't want to use it because I loved it so much. So now I'm using it. And then we needed a fat quarter of black, and so here's my black. Now, this is left over from when I did Boo Crew, and it's actually 2 strips that equal a fat quarter. So I hope that'll work. Then there's this. Oh, a check. That definitely reminds me of a kitchen table. Oh, look at this one. Oh, 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 oh. And then, oh, look at this yellow. Oh, now this one I had to buy because I had no yellow. I love this one. And it's got like gray little vines in it. Oh, love it. And then there's this one, which I had to go and buy because I didn't have a big enough red for that. And then This is, we had to get 2 backgrounds. Notice I said background. This is just a plain beige, white, cream, whatever, off-white. And then this one has, can you see it? You might be able to, little flowers. It's a white on white or cream on cream or whatever you want to call it. So that's all my fabric. So the first clue dropped last night at 10 o'clock. And we got a chapter and we got the pattern, which has a tiny bit of applique in it, which is kind of cool because I'm quite into applique at the moment. And it also has, it had a puzzle. And the puzzle I got, I could figure that out. But every month, I think it's every month, there's a girl who's got a special quilt that she's hiding from somebody. And she's going all over the world. And we have to guess where she is that month. That is a bit hard. I'm stuck. I've had, you know, you have 3 tries. And I put 2 in and that's not the answer. So anyway, but it's such fun. I'm not kidding. It's really a fun project to do. Would you like to see a sneak peek of the first block? Whoop. Yeah, you'll have to wait till next week when I finished it so that I can show it you. Okay, I have to go because I need a cup of tea now because that, you know, lemonade is nice, but it's not as good as a cup of tea. No. So, hope you've enjoyed today. Don't forget tomorrow is the Cotton Cuts Piazza Clue 2 walkthrough, which is rubbish really, but I'll put it out there. And I'll be back on Monday for some knitting. Okay, have a great weekend everybody and I'll see you soon.